Hi y'all. So today we're going to be looking at a inequalities question with absolute values. It's important to know that, with an absolute value, it essentially means that if you have a value -3, the absolute value of that will be 3. So with that in mind, here we have a question: find the range of values of x for which the absolute value is greater than or equal to 2, where x is a real number. So it could be an integer, it could be a natural number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it could even be a fraction, but not something like square root of 2. That would be a non-real number or an irrational number. So with that in mind, I first want to just show what would happen if we put in something that didn't make sense. So we'll put in, say, 3 here. So we have 3 minus 4, and we let that equal. So that we're saying is greater than or equal to 2. Now, I've already said that if the absolute value of -1 will be 1, so if we're left with that, we would be left with 1, and that doesn't make any sense. So that straight away gives you an idea that 3 wouldn't be one of our answers. If I was to put in, say, 5 minus 4, the absolute value of that is going to be 1 as well, and that also is not going to work. But if I was to pick, say, 7, now we have something that will work. So 7 looks like a value, and that would be correct for this statement. So first of all, I'll try and figure this out. So we have x minus 4. So we're going to do the question now, and that's going to be 2. So with this, because we have this is greater, we need to be a little bit careful in how it gets done. It's going to be first x minus 4, and that statement is correct, but we also have a secondary statement, and we're going to change the sign of the 2, but also the sign of the inequality. So I'm going to be left with x minus 4 minus 2 is greater than or equal to x minus 4. So that's going to be x. We're going to have 4 minus 2. So it's going to say the x value is going to be less than or equal to 2. Here we have the same thing, but obviously the signs are the different way, and the sign of the 2 is a plus. So now we can say the x value is going to be greater than or equal to 6. So on a number line, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be 6. That's going to be 2. So our values are going to be this way and this way. Now, if the equation was written a little bit differently, so suppose we said the other way around. Now, this would be a lot easier to do, because then we would just say this. Actually, I need to get rid of these now because I've added this down. So that's going to be 4 minus 2 x 2 plus 4. So we're left with 2. So it's a bit of an easier question, but the sign has to be in this format. So you have to be saying the absolute value part is less than this part. Here we have the absolute value element was greater than that part, and hence you have to do it this way. Now, there's another way you could do this, and it would be basically by squaring both sides. So you'd be left with x squared minus 8x plus 16. You have to square that side also. So you're going to end up with a secondary equation. And then that's going to be x plus 6, or sorry, x minus 6, x minus 2. So that's going to be x is equal to 6 and x is equal to 2. From here, you really should know which way to sub the signs. So you could basically sub values of x into this equation and see does it make sense. So if I subbed in x equal to 1, it's going to be 1 minus 8 plus 12. That's going to be 5. And that statement would be correct. if I said x is equal to 3, that would be 9 minus 24 plus 12. That would be minus 3. And we're saying that value is greater than or equal to 0, and that statement is clearly incorrect. If I was to say x equal to 6, 36 minus 48 plus 12, that's going to be 48 minus 48, so that's going to be 0. And if I was to pick 7, say, it'd be 49 minus 56 plus 12, that's going to be 5. And again, that statement is correct. So for this, we would essentially have and that is your answer. There's not really much more to it. There's two very distinct ways which you could answer it. This would be the first way. The one over here is the second. And it's important to know in terms of the signs what you're actually trying to solve. Hope you found this interesting, informative. Leave any comments below, and hope to see you on another video. Thank you very much.